Hello and welcome back to Morocco. This is not the vlog I expected to be making, but here we are. I'm back on my big camera because I have lost my GoPro. This is Fez behind me, and I've just arrived by train from Marrakesh. I'm going to explain exactly what happened in this video and the footage I lost and the places that I went to from where I lost that footage. And I thought I will talk a little bit on the streets of Fez, and I will do a full Fez vlog as the next video. This one you'll see a little glimpse as I wander around. So leaving my riad and heading out onto the streets of the historic Medina of Fez for the first time. And it's really nice actually to be filming on my gimbal with my Rode mic, good sound quality, and of course my Canon. The colors and the whole image is nicer, except the background shot isn't as wide as it is on the GoPro. But still, I think it's kind of a blessing that I lost the GoPro, because now I'm forced to film on this camera and I'm really appreciating the quality once again. By the way, I have to decide which way to go. I think let's head down this one. If you've been following my channel this year, then you'll know that I filmed most of my videos on the GoPro and a couple on my Canon M50 with this gimbal setup, notably being from Italy and one from Cyprus. Actually, I made a video in Cyprus asking whether I should stick with the Canon or use the GoPro, and the majority of you said it was okay to use the GoPro, the quality was good enough. But since then, I'm still not convinced. So as I try to snake my way through these very interesting streets, I'm going to tell you now exactly how I managed to lose the GoPro. First of all, thankfully I managed to save the files from the previous video, the Marrakesh vlog. I put them onto my hard drive, but the following few vlogs I lost all the files from those. After visiting the Atlas Mountains following the Marrakesh video, I came back to Marrakesh, and from there the plan was to take a train to Fez and film the experience, make a video of it, showing the journey from Marrakesh to Fez, taking a first-class train here in Morocco. And I started the video outside of the railway station, did the introduction outside the entrance, and then walked inside and showed a little bit of the interior. It's a beautiful modern railway station, and I had my bags, my big backpack and my smaller one on the front, which I usually travel with, and I put the GoPro in my left pocket, right? And so as I continued to walk around in the train station, I kind of got my phone out a couple times, and then I went to the toilet, and I finished in the toilet, and then the plan was to go straight to the platform number 3 that I was heading to. Salam.
Salam.
And then after I came out of the toilet, the GoPro was no longer in my pocket, and I thought, okay, I must have put it in the top section of my bag, but in fact it wasn't in there. It wasn't in there either. And then I realized I was in trouble. I'd either flush my GoPro down the toilet, no, just kidding, or it had fallen out my pocket on the way to the toilet, or I had left it on the top of my bag and someone had taken it, or someone had taken it out of my pocket. I'm gonna say that I think it fell out of my pocket. I retraced my steps, went back to the cubicle that I went to the toilet in, looked on the floor everywhere, couldn't find it, and then on top of that, I went to 2 different offices inside the train station, and time was ticking because my train was leaving in 30 minutes, and I had the decision to make of, do I keep looking or do I take the train and call it a loss? Anyway, the people in the railway station... It's okay, thank you. Every time someone in Fez says if they want to speak to you for a few seconds, your alarm bell should be going off. Here, more than anywhere in Morocco, there is a bit of a reputation for hustling. I have many friends who've been here to Fez. It is renowned for the hustler. So just be on your guard, use all your travel experience. If you come here, I have no idea where I'm going. I am literally just wondering as I tell this story. The people in the railway station, they were really friendly, and they generally just did their best to help me. I asked if anybody had found my GoPro, possibly handed it in to them, but nobody managed to find it, and slowly it was dawning on me that I wasn't going to be able to retrieve it, and that I better just get on the train and continue my Morocco trip. What's the point in missing the train only not to find the GoPro anyway? I'd have to buy another train. I only have a few days left here in Morocco. Time is ticking. I have vlogs I want to make here in Fez and Casablanca. Luckily, I have Instagram stories. I filmed like portrait shot videos on my phone of all the places that I did visit and film these couple vlogs in. So I'm going to overlay footage from those places as I take you through where I've been and the videos that I've lost. Hey, I'm continuing the rest of this video from a hotel room because when filming the last part of that video, I got confronted by a fairly aggressive guy. He was one of those young guys that keeps telling tourists that he knows the correct way and that he'll show them the way and ask for money at the end of it. There's quite a lot of young guys like that in Fez, as I'll mention a bit more in the next video. Anyway, he accused me of filming him, threatened to call the police even though I wasn't filming him, and just started making trouble, and I just left because it was getting dark and I was in streets that I didn't really know much about, and I kept getting shouted at every now and then when trying to film a conversational kind of video. When I film the next Fez video, I'll be filming in markets and stuff like that, so I'm sure I won't have any problems. Anyway, so continuing where I left off, let me walk you through exactly where I've been. Following the Marrakesh video, I took a bus from Marrakesh to Ouarzazate, which is a smallish town in the Atlas Mountains region, which many people use as a base to get to some of the gorges and mountain villages, and also to go on Sahara trips. Leaving Marrakesh today and heading into the Atlas Mountains, I am taking a Supra Tours bus, which is virtually empty, probably because Morocco are playing in the World Cup right now. It's 95 dirhams and I think it takes around 5 hours. You can buy your ticket online, super easy, and gonna enjoy the journey with views as we ascend into the mountains. There are beautiful views along the way, and once again, the clips that you're seeing here are my Instagram videos. Not too off topic, but worth mentioning, a big shout out to the Morocco team for doing so well in this World Cup and reaching the last four, the first African team to reach the semi-finals, a monumental achievement. Football is massive in Morocco, people are football crazy, which is great to see as I'm a big football fan myself. Just to give you an example, when taking a taxi from my Riyadh to the Marrakesh bus station before boarding the bus to Ouarzazate, my driver was watching one of the Morocco matches on his phone. While he was driving, he had it set up there, which was pretty hilarious but amazing. So I spent 2 nights in Ouarzazate, and I took the opportunity to explore the town a little bit. So I went first to the Tawarit Kasbah, which helped to provide the backdrop to some Hollywood films, and also managed to escape decay with the help of UNESCO and a bit of restoration. Filming a video today in Ouarzazate, which is a town here that is kind of the gateway to many villages in the Atlas Mountains and gorges that surround. And this is an old Kasbah that's been restored. In the afternoon, I headed to the nearby Atlas Studios, where many a Hollywood film has been shot from. Kingdom of Heaven, The Passion of the Christ, American Sniper, Kundun, 7 Years in Tibet, The Mummy, Jewel of the Nile, Lawrence of Arabia, even Game of Thrones. I enjoyed it. Some of the reviews on Google for it are not very good, but personally, I thought it was worth the money. The following day, I left Ouarzazate by shared taxi, heading somewhere a bit more remote in the Atlas Mountains region. I stayed in a small settlement called Tamdakta, which is close to the well-known and often pictured village of Ait Ben Haddou, and I found the perfect riad. The owner, Mohammed, was so friendly. The bed was super comfortable, the views were breathtaking. From the terrace you could see the stars at night. It was an incredible stay and one of the best places I've ever stayed in, and highly recommended. As for Tamdakta itself, the town is very small, but I found it to have a beautifully ruined Casbah, which feels a bit more authentic than the touched up UNESCO heritage site of Ait Ben Haddou down the road. I headed down to the Casbah one morning and filmed for one of the videos that I lost, and it was just so peaceful. Take a look at these clips. I've woken up early this morning here in Tamdakta to see the sunrise and the oasis and Casbah nearby. Much less touristy than Ait Ben Haddou, and I've been staying in a riad at the top of the hill there. As I said though, I chose this riad and this small town so I could bounce to Ait Ben Haddou on an afternoon trip and capture the sunset and make a video there, which is what I did. And Ait Ben Haddou does not disappoint. It is really like a scene from a Hollywood film. You've got camels in the foreground and this beautiful village in the background which just rises above everything else. And most of the Qasar was built for Lawrence of Arabia and Jesus of Nazareth, but also more recently it's been touched up for Gladiator and Game of Thrones, which you may recognize it from too. So after filming a couple of vlogs of the journey whilst I was at Tamdakta and Ait Ben Haddou, I then made my way back to Marrakesh by the same bus company. After getting back to Marrakesh, I spent a night there, then the following morning taking a train to Fez and filming a train video of the experience taking a first class train in Morocco. I started the video outside of Marrakesh's main railway station, doing my introduction, and then headed inside, and that is where everything went wrong with the GoPro. Alright, so now we're all up to date. Apologies for the delay from the Marrakesh video to this one. Had to work around it a little bit. The next video is going to be the Fez vlog, and then I'm also planning to attempt another train video, this time successfully, from Fez to Casablanca, and then I'll shoot a Casablanca video as well. So a little bit more in Morocco to make up for some of the lost content. I know I didn't get it out there, and I only have videos and pictures from my phone, but still the Atlas Mountains were stunning, the villages were beautiful. I had some of the most wonderful experiences in that part of Morocco, and I will have to head back one day and do a Sahara Desert trip and also include some vlogs of those mountain villages. Another trip to Morocco is certainly due on my big camera as well. I'll do it with better quality, because even though I lost my GoPro while I was filming those vlogs in that part of Morocco, I was thinking in the back of my mind, if I was using my gimbal and my good camera right now, I would be able to get some of the most gorgeous shots. Even though the GoPro footage was good, it still felt like something was missing. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I know it's been a bit weird this year with going to Taiwan, but then not being able to upload the videos, and then, you know, bouncing back and forth. I ended up in Amsterdam at one point, and then, you know, for a concert, but was only there for a short period of time, headed back to the UK, and then I kind of needed to get videos out ASAP, and then Morocco, lost the GoPro. There's been a strange end to this year. I'm sure next year I'll be back on track with consistent uploads, and hopefully less things will go wrong and I'll lose less cameras. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one from Fez.